second grade art class, and the assignment was to make a collage. So we were given a blank poster board, some magazines, newspapers, scissors, glue, those kinds of things. And I don't remember the name of the girl who sat next to me, but I know that I hated her guts, and I can't remember why or what it was that she did to me or what a second grader could have possibly done to make my life miserable, but I just remember that I was waiting to get back at her for something. And since art was never really a strong suit of mine, I decided that I would utilize Collage Day to get revenge on my enemy. So I sat at my desk and I looked at all the materials in front of me and I plotted my evil plan. So I decided that the best course of action would be to wait until she got up and walked away and then put glue all over her chair so that when she came back and sat down, she would be permanently stuck to the chair forever. And as a bonus, she probably wouldn't ever be able to come back into the school because of the whole chair being stuck to her situation, so it was like a double win for me. So shortly into our craft time, she got up from her desk and walked away, and I knew that I had to act quickly. I wish I could remember what this girl did to deserve such a cruel and humiliating punishment, but whatever it was must have been pretty awful, and she was about to learn a lesson. So I grabbed my bottle of Elmer's school glue, and I just squeezed a little squiggly pattern all over the chair, and immediately regretted my decision for 2 reasons. Number 1, I just acted in front of a classroom full of kids who saw what I did. And number 2, the white glue was obvious on her chair, so as soon as she came back, she was gonna see it and probably not sit in it. So I sat down at my desk, and she came back, and she stopped and looked at her chair, and I started sweating because I knew I was about to get busted, and I just wasn't ready to go to juvie yet. I was just sitting there, I was like, I'm gonna miss my family, and I'm not gonna know anyone there, I don't know what to do when I get there. And I'm sitting there just silently panicking. And this girl looks around the room trying to figure out who did this to her, and she scans the room and she just sees all the kids busy working on their collages with their little second grade hands cutting and gluing the pieces. And she keeps scanning, and she gets to me and she stops, and she sees me just holding a magazine up over my face with just my eyes peeking out over the top, looking at her from the side, definitely looking guilty. And she looks back at the chair and she looks at me and she goes, "Hey, did you do this?" And without missing a beat, I said, "Yup." I don't know what happened. I just cracked right under the pressure. It was too much for me. I couldn't even pretend that it wasn't me, and I just fessed up. I guess I probably figured that once the cops got there, they would get my fingerprints off the glue bottle, so I might as well just fess up now. And as soon as I confessed to the heinous crime, she went over to the teacher and told on me, which was fair. And I don't remember what my punishment was, but I didn't go to jail, so that was a relief. And I also learned a pretty important lesson, and that was, the next time I have a problem with someone, I'm not gonna try to solve it or get revenge by putting globs of white liquid glue all over their chair, because now that I'm not in second grade, I realize how ridiculous that sounds. Next time, I'm gonna use invisible glue so that they can't see it coming. Thank you.